Stellenbosch won against Orlando Pirates, lost against Polokwane City, won against Royal AM, lost against SuperSport United, which was actually a revenge mission because a week prior to that, they'd beaten SuperSport United in the MTN 8. Kaizer Chiefs, on the other hand, they've played 4, won 1, lost 2, and drawn 1. 4 points versus 6 points. The nice thing about going to Cape Town is that we tend to win. But how can we win? How might we lose? What's going to be interesting about this game? Well, let's look at the match. Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pelo, I am your host, and this is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Khosi Football Club. Guys, I have this thing now. I'm getting flu a lot of times, and yeah, that's not cool. Anyways, let's dive into the video and talk about one of the things that's going to be very, very interesting about this game. It's this. Kaizer Chiefs these days, they are playing such a counter-attacking system. All the time, it's like we're looking for that long ball. To Udupri, to Umodi, to Upotsane if we start with him, or to Saile if he's playing at that time. And what makes this interesting is because Stellenbosch are also good at playing transitional football. However, what's going to be interesting with this game is Uguti, are Stellenbosch going to be confident and say, you know what, we know Chiefs, they don't play Ebola, so we are the ones who are going to play. Because that's exactly what happened in the last game that we played against Stellenbosch, FNP. They played a high line, they tried to press the Chiefs because they had no respect for the Chiefs. And we played that ball over the top. And then their keeper had to come out and he failed to clear the ball. It was a handball, it was a red card. And then we ended up getting a goal. Not from that free kick, but it was resulting from the fact that we actually were playing with one man extra as well. But we failed to finish them off. But it doesn't matter because we won the game. So now the question now is, with Umlifintsegi making comments such as Amazulu played the game and we won it. You know, I don't like sounding like I am anti-Ntsegi. It's just that I don't like what's this thing you wanna call it? I don't like something that I cannot count on. If you know me and you know this channel, you've been following this channel for a while, I'm consistent. Like I post every day. I just came back from the gym right now. It's 18:48 by the time of recording this. I had a long day, but I will still record the video. So why do people subscribe to this channel? It's because they know, Gucci, they like, well, the content that I make, but some of them have subscribed. Some of you have subscribed because you're consistent. You know that I'm consistent. I know that I'm going to publish a video every day and you can trust me on that one, right? So because of that, you can trust me. It's easy for you to trust me. However, it's not easy for you to trust me if I publish a video today, then I disappear for 2-3 days, then I come back, I publish a video. You're not sure about my consistency. You're not sure about my patterns. You are not make sure. Well, I am not make sure to you because you cannot really confirm me. I'm just speaking slang now. You can really never be sure about me and how I do things. So that's the thing that really troubles me with the Chiefs, Uguti. If we're going to use this strategy, Uguti, oh no, they can have the ball, Tina will just win games. You cannot guarantee Uguti that thing is gonna work. Case in point, Orlando Pirates Bonage playing much better football than the Chiefs. They knocked and knocked and knocked. Let's say Stellenbosch respects us, then they say, look, the Chiefs has a better squad than us, so we're going to sit deep and wait for them to come to us. So Tina, now we have to try and unlock them. My question is, how are we going to unlock them if they are not willing to play? Because they know good from the previous game, they tried to play against us and they ended up losing. So today they're going to be like, you know what? Let's just sit back. Because if we can go back to the games that they lost, the game against the SuperSport, and see Uguti what was actually happening in that game, then you'll start noticing patterns in these games. My phone is still not connected to Wi-Fi. I was going to go through some stats here that were going to be interesting. I'm copying some guy, by the way, by saying that. I like when he says that. Anyways, so against the SuperSport, you look at Stellenbosch, they were in that case dominated 57%, 43%. Once again, you see, SuperSport had most of the ball, but they won the game. Once again, look at SuperSport. SuperSport is not an attacking team. SuperSport is not an attacking team. Hunt is not that kind of a coach. But still, he had more position than Stellenbosch. And then again, you go to the game that Stellenbosch actually won against the SuperSport. And if you get to that game, you're going to see something interesting again. Stellenbosch has 43% position. SuperSport has 57% position. I'm trying to make a point here. When they lost against the Polokwane City 1-0, you go there again, you look at their stats. I should have shown you this now that I think about it. You go to that game, that's the game where they had most of the position. But then again, they conceded the goal on the 35th minute. So it makes sense because they were trying to come back to the game. And you'd expect them against a smaller team to try and play better. How about when they're playing against Royal AM, a team that is coached by someone who wants to play the ball? What happens in that case? Royal AM has 47% position. Is Stellenbosch in that game? It's kind of an outlier because they are the ones who actually had more position and made more shots on goal. But if we're just going to look at a team that is looked at as a bigger team, sorry, I forgot to share the stats of the Pirates because that was their first game of the league, which they won. And in that game, Pirates, just give me a second. We know Wuti Pirates had most of the position, but all the Stellenbosch did in that game was just defend. Now, the question is obviously going to be, Mpilo, we are hearing you are talking, and I'm not even looking at the camera because I'm trying to find this. Yes, I found it. So, in the game, Pirates, 69% position to Pirates, 61 position to Chiefs. It worries me. It worries me because Orlando Pirates play better football than the Chiefs. Right now, Orlando Pirates, they play better football than the Chiefs, and EE Chiefs don't play football. They don't at all. We fail to make 2-3 passes. Our midfield is dead. The way the team is set up is not the players, they are dead. Hear me out. I don't want to say this. Let me come close. I don't ever want to make it seem like I'm targeting players one by one, Uguti, or they suck. But the way our midfield is set up, it's set up in such a way that we can't play. This double pivot thing in Chiefs does not work. It does not. We can't play. And the much chances that we create. Fun enough, I was saying this, each Chiefs kicks the ball forward all the time. But the goals that we scored against Amazulu, one was a dead ball situation. And the 2 goals that we scored, we passed the ball and then we combined and then we scored the goal. But the rest of the game, we're just kicking the ball. And it wasn't fruitful at all. So why not work on the things that are clearly working for us, Uguti, when we combine? Even against the Sundowns, the goal we scored against Sundowns, we combined. Against the what's the name of this team? Against the Cape Town City, the 2 goals that we scored, one was a counter. The second one was once again Saile, individual brilliance, taking a man on and crossing the ball. But the ball was passed across. So there's never been a situation, say Chiefs, where we've played one of these balls over the top and then we have scored. We have not. It does not work for us. Teams are anticipating that. I'm anticipating that. My grandmother is anticipating that. Steve Barker is certainly anticipating that. So playing these balls over the top does not work. We need to make our midfield functional because instead it's like I'm targeting players. So unless the Chiefs comes up with a strategy of playing the ball, we will not be able to break down Stellenbosch. And what ends up happening is that players become frustrated and the opponent, they smell that and they destroy you. And what I foresee is that Usekhota usually he's played as a left winger, but Steve Barker will play him on the right. Luckily, Uhlanti, as we have seen, the position has evolved and they're playing him more as not an inverted, but a not overlapping fullback. And then if Gukwenik or Frosla was playing as right back, that's the person who's going to overlap. But once again, that worries me. If we play Ukwenika once again as a right back, we might just have a problem. Not because Ukunika is bad, no. Because a system wants and needs a player who is good going forward. Ukunika might be able to defend. Ukunika might have played right back 5-6 years ago, but he was playing right back in what kind of setup? In a setup whereby you are not required to do much attacking. You are just required to be solid defensively. But the thing is, you are playing against a team that's sitting back, and Ukunika will not fit the system. That's not what I'm saying. Please subscribe. That's what I'm saying. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video. But Ukunika, as much as he might be decent defensively, offensively, that's not his game. As such, play someone who's going to fit the style. If Frosler is still not available, play Solomons. You'd not like he can dribble. Because if you have like Abadlali, Listel and Poshi overloading their wide areas, you're gonna need Solomons, because at least then I can take out one player by dribbling that person. Play that 1-2, make that run, chase the ball, play the ball into the box. You cannot get that from Kunik. Once again, I will make this very clear. I'm not saying players buzzing Komo, because now I know Gucci, some of these players watch the channel and I don't want to hurt their feelings and seem like I'm attacking them. But I'm just saying what's good for the system shouldn't be compromised just because we're saying, oh no, he's good in one aspect. A player must fit the system in order for them to be there. Just because you're a defender, we can play you at right back. There's a reason why we cannot play Unjabulo Ngcobo as a right back. It's not because he's a bad player, it's because he doesn't fit the right back. There's a reason why Usaile cannot be played as a number 9, not because he's a bad player, but that's because it's better if he played as a right winger. There's a reason Umsimango is not being played as a number 9, not because he's a bad player, he fits better as a defender, as a center back. There's a reason why Ukune, shame. I saw Ukune the other day after the game, they were warming up. He was struggling, shame. I'm sorry, but he was struggling. They were being put through their paces. I have the video. I'll show you one day. I just felt bad for him. Anyways, all I'm saying is for tomorrow's game, all I want to see, I'm flying all the way after work, flying to Cape Town, and then coming back on Thursday. Hopefully I'm not late and I don't upset the principal. But all I want to see tomorrow is Kaizer Chiefs playing and be more creative, because if we don't do that, there is no way, I can tell you now, that Kaizer Chiefs can win. But if we can make our midfield functional, then we have all the chances, because we do have the players, we do have the squad to go out and win against any other team. But Tigaga, that's me. What do you think will happen in tomorrow's game? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals Alpelo Moy.